Okay, hello. My name is Gabriel Domingo. This is Econ161 Industrial Organization. Welcome. Please call me Gabby. So, a little bit of I'm sorry, wala. A little bit of a description of the course and who I am. So, I'm a senior economist, consultant at the Philippine Competition Commission. So in class, we'll go through the basics of industrial organization. With me as your lecturer, I hope to also give you a window on how competition economics is done in the Philippines, while giving you a strong grasp on basic theories. This document, this syllabus and intro, will give you the outline for the course. Since this is an online class, I will record my lectures and upload them on YouTube. I'll share my link with you soon. But that's the idea. Well, for each slide deck or part of a slide deck, I will prepare and record some slides for you, and that will be available to you guys to view at any time or even for later. We will also be discussing those same slide decks during the synchronous portion of the class. As an online class, we'll be taking things slow and focus on learning the material through group discussions during the allotted schedule. So the allotted schedule will really be more of a discussion class where we go through the slides again and we work on end of chapter exercises. Our textbook is Papal, Richards, and Norman. I hope this is available to you. It's available to me. I will make it available to everyone if that's what it takes. On a few topics, I'll ask you to read either a journal article or working papers. As part of your grade, I'll ask a few questions on these papers and you will write brief essays. Okay. So here's the outline of our class and our basic schedule. Topic 1 will be Foundations and Basic Microeconomics, which will be for the rest of September and maybe the first week of October. And then we'll be talking about monopoly power in theory and practice. By the way, these are chapters in the book. That's where we're getting it. We won't be discussing a lot of these in depth, but we'll definitely be talking about price discrimination and then move on to horizontal price horizontal differentiation, product differentiation. So those are the two main topics. Again, we don't want to take it slow. We want to make sure that you guys understand some of the basic ideas, and when you graduate or when you leave this class, at the end of it, you want to know all of these things really, really well. So we will take it a little slow. All right, so at the end of October, there'll be a midterm exam on those things. Basically, microeconomics, perfect competition, the idea of monopoly, and some practices and conduct of monopolists. Also, topics on differentiation, vertical and horizontal differentiation. Then is the second part of the class, right? In November to December. So then we'll be talking about strategic interaction and basic oligopoly models. So you need the first two in order to really appreciate topic 3. Okay, and a lot of our work at the commission revolves around these basic oligopoly models and principles of market power. And finally, we will talk about anti-competitive behavior and antitrust. Not too long, we'll just talk about the Philippine setting and some interesting papers on cartels and abuse of dominant behavior, which are the two main sort of conducts that we're looking after or looking for in antitrust. So there's been some work at the Philippines and some interesting papers recently about these topics as well that I wanted to share with you guys. But yeah, so basically that's it. And then we'll have a final exam either late December or I think it's early January. Correct me if I'm wrong, everyone. I think it's the schedule for the final. But I'm open to it being in December. Okay? So for each topic, there'll be a homework set. There'll be 5 homeworks, maybe 4 or 5 homeworks. From the textbook, you will be given a few weeks to answer the homeworks. Okay. By topic, I mean not the outline before, but each chapter topic in the textbook. So each chapter, there'll be a homework. Once we're done with the chapter, there'll be a homework associated with it. For some topics 2 to 4, which I will discuss in a bit, there will be a journal article for which I will ask you to write a brief essay, or you might even do some modeling. There will be 3 or 4 such papers. Submit essays on only 2. Okay, so we'll talk about what the essays are and what the topics are. All right, so here I'm just requirements. We're just going through again all the requirements. 4 to 5 homeworks, math and short essays. 2 longer essays on journal articles or reports. These journal articles are already on this document and will be available on Ofle. Read them, pick 2 on 2 different topics. So pick 1 from market power, 1 from oligopoly, and 1 from antitrust, or 1 from antitrust. So again, just pick 2, right? Either 1 from market power, 1 from oligopoly, or 1 from antitrust, or 1 from market power. Just pick 2 different topics and 2 different papers. And then there'll be a midterm, which will be kind of like a longer homework and a little bit on shorter essays, and the final, which is the same, homework and math and short essays. Okay, papers to be read. There are 2 topics in market power. You just choose 2 papers in market power. Choose one. Choose one you want to talk about. Global Market Power by DeLoker and Eckhout. Kasama dyan ng Pilipinas, so they actually mentioned, I think, the Philippines there. Market Power, Competition in Philippine Markets, is a paper written by Medallia for the Philippine Competition Commission back in 2018, I want to say, or 2019. So those are 2, pick 1. Okay. And then next, on the topic of oligopoly, you can read Detecting and Measuring Market Power in the Philippine Wholesale Electricity Market. This is a 2009 paper by Abrenica, one of the few very interesting structural models on oligopoly. And another structural model by Igami on oligopoly in international commodity markets, where here he is talking about the vitamins cartel, which I believe was in the 1980s. Okay, so he's studying the vitamins cartel in the 1980s. Then finally, for antitrust, there is an abuse of dominance roundtable from OECD. And I'll have some specific questions on this collection of thoughts from different competition enforcement agencies. And all of these I'll make available online. So we will regularly have class to discuss the lecture slides, the video, sample problems related to the topic. Mainly, it will be a discussion class. Attendance is not mandatory. If I'm late or if I cannot make it, I will reschedule the week. There will be math. Familiarity with basic multivariate calculus is assumed, and some college-level statistics and econometrics will be useful because we'll be talking about actual papers and actual tests for these theories. We would like to know a little bit of econometrics as well. So when it comes to lateness, I'm okay with lateness. It doesn't have to be exactly on the date, but hopefully sometime within the week, mapapasa ninyo, because I'll be grading them maybe the weekend after they're due. Okay, what I don't like is to go back and then regrade. Okay, so just give me a few days. I'll give you a few days to submit, in addition to the deadline. So parang actually the deadline is the end of the week. So, my email is gbdomingo@up.edu.ph. If you're having problems, don't hesitate to communicate. The best time to talk is during class time. So I'll really make myself available during the schedule. Not just to talk about the material, talk about the videos and sample problems, but to talk about whatever problems you are having when it comes to fulfilling the requirements of this course. Okay, so just talk to me when you need help. Okay, and that's it. And good luck, and I'll see you guys in class. Bye.